What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Around the Monitor, the bi-weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. I'm your host, Zach. The way things work here, we talk through the last 2 weeks' news in gaming. Every time somebody makes an interesting point or a joke, they get an actual point, and whoever has the highest score at the end of the show wins for that week. If you're watching live on twitch.tv, which you can do, twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam, which you can do every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We changed the show's time, I'm sorry. You can use the Twitch channel points and vote along to influence the scores of our contestants, which this week includes Jason, the unlucky tacticianer, just back from vacation. He's feeling fresh.
It wasn't actually a vacation. I was locked in the dungeon and had to fight my way out with this handy-dandy keychain. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Show for the folks. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that one of those keyblades I keep hearing all the
It's a keyblade. We will talk about this keyblade
Oh,
on this show.
All right.
Top
Foreshadowing. Wake up, sheeple. It's the voice of the people, Rob.
Nice. Good.
He liked that one. He liked that one, folks. We've got the prophet of Kermit, Chris.
It's Thursday. You know what that means.
We surely do. And, of course, the hockey stick and sickle herself, Elise.
Become Lord.
Folks, I forgot to mention, if you like this show, you can also support us on patreon.com/SaveDataTeam, just like our producers, Bandicoot Commando 95, Kadabe, Antiluster, Fofilla, Sabilla, Halucha, Rickrat, A73, Jadwap, Shadow Navi, Dessert Boy Man, Sunayama, Mystic Woody, Burger Bun, HSM, Nicole, Les, Kevin Asian, Traveling in a Box, Soapy, and Arky have all done. God bless y'all. Folks, if you didn't know, we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. And hey, folks, there's a brand new flavor of Coca Cola hot off the presses. It's pixel flavored soda.
Wow.
Whatever the fuck that means. My question to you all is...
Sharp.
If you go to the Coca Cola Museum right now, how many flavors can you try?
Oh no!
Can you try? Okay.
Yes, I tried to look up how many flavor variations there have been of Coca Cola.
There'd be too many. There'd be too many. Like, this was a regional one-off to celebrate like the fucking Beatles' show in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like, bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm feeling 101. I feel like they would do that. I feel like they would do like 101 flavors.
101 flavors.
I was gonna go like 12.
I'm gonna go fucking 50.
Okay.
How can I lose?
Pick the lowest number.
No.
Or the highest number.
What if
by
I go
a lot.
like the amount of money in Rob's bank account? $500. I'm going 500.
Rob, can you confirm that you have $500 in the bank?
Can you confirm
It
he's
is
got roasted?
much less than that.
Oh no! Somebody buy this guy a pizza.
Hey, folks, the correct answer is 60 different variations of Coke,
Oh shit!
Oh wow.
which does mean Chris is the closest. The correct order would be Chris, followed by,
I think that's me then.
Yeah.
Rob, and Jason.
yeah, Elise, then Rob, then Jason. Let's talk about this week's topics. Folks, Kingdom Hearts 4 has been announced. Did we ever think this day would come? Surely, but this soon?
No amount of goofy jokes can make me excited about this.
Hey, folks, the next Fortnite crossover is with Coachella. You know, the music festival.
Oh, her.
That's a wild guess. Niantic has announced a new mobile game called Peridot. It's basically Pokemon Go meets Tamagotchi, except there's no Pokemon. Halo Infinite's concurrent player base on Steam has dropped below the Master Chief Collection. Does this mean the game is in trouble? Sony has invested $1 billion into Epic's Metaverse, whatever that means. As mentioned before, Coca Cola has a pixel-flavored soda, also whatever the fuck that means. California's Governor Gavin Newsom is accused of interfering with the state's Activision Blizzard lawsuit after they gave him $100 million towards his campaign, I should add. Not content with just showing his face, the Halo show has now shown Master Chief in the nude. I'm sure
Show
Rob...
us that Master Chief dog!
I'm sure Rob will have lots to say about this. Oddworld Soulstorm's director has claimed that their deal with PlayStation Plus was, quote, devastating to the game. Sega has given more details on the Super Game, which might actually be multiple games and have NFTs. Oh no! Following up a story we did maybe 2 years ago, the Saudi Crown Prince now owns 96% of SNK. And last but not least, what's one more joke topic? Randy Pitchford has bought Hollywood's Magic Castle.
Excuse me. Use his fucking proper title.
Magic enthusiast, Randy Pitchford.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chris, what would you like to talk about for this week?
You know, Zach, there's this video that we have on our channel that occasionally gets some like utterly deranged comments every time something comes up in the news again.
There's a lot.
Let's talk about the fact that Prince Mohammed bin Salman has purchased 96% of SNK games because he's got to be on the top of those King of Fighter boards, baby.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so just a quick refresh for everyone that forgot about this. Mohammed bin Salman using his I forget the name of the thing, MSTKI, I think is what the acronym is. Basically, it is a fund that the Saudi Arabian government has to purchase things that are like geared towards raising the next generation of Saudi Arabian kids. So there's a lot of like, this is the thing, like the same charity that he opened the first movie theater in like 30 fucking years in Saudi Arabia with. It made amphitheaters where women are allowed to perform shows of things. What a fucking concept. The Saudi Arabian regime under Prince Salman is a regressivist regime masquerading as a progressive regime. So he wants you to pat him on the back and so he can jerk himself off about like, we're letting women drive cars now. Aren't we so good? And it's like, no, you're just doing below the bare minimum and acting like it's a good thing. With this acquisition of SNK, the main thing here is, are they going to make some sort of like Saudi Arabian super game, much like Sega's super game? The run of that is no. I actually thought last time we did this that it might be to use SNK's pachinko holdings and do something with gambling in Neom, the super city that they're building. But actually, SNK no longer is involved with Patchy Slot at all, so that's nothing. I actually think what this is just buy a bunch of SNK, assuming that they will gain somewhat in profit, and he can just sell them all off. That I think is much more likely. Like, yes, the Saudi Arabian government is very evil. Yes, they have a lot of money, but in order to keep having money, and when you're spending a lot of it, you have to make more of it. A lot of that is by stock holdings and trading and stuff like that. Fuck that. That's boring. Let's talk about if they made a video game.
Okay.
If Prince Salman uses his holdings in SNK and is like, I own this fucking company, make me the best, biggest, coolest video game ever, and make it all about how Saudi Arabia is the dopest. Would that be anything? Yes. And it would be great.
Really?
You're going to have to give me something.
I was not expecting you to take that turn in this conversation. Okay.
This fucking country has so much goddamn money and has no concept of what to do with it other than blow it. They gave Vince fucking McMahon billions of dollars to put on WWE shows in Saudi Arabia. And like, these aren't like special shows, like they treat them like they are, because of course they're promoting a fucking show. They're just regular WWE shows. And they blow it out, they blow the budget out with the pyro and make everything look cool. And there's fireworks and there's cars and there's jets and everything. And oh my God, it's spectacle. That is exactly what you would get if SNK makes a game to appease Prince Salman and his endless ream of like media investors and media like consultants and stuff like that. And it would probably actually be a good game. And I have to implore you not to support that because I love professional wrestling. I love it more than video games. I have not watched WWE for a hot fucking minute since their first Blood Money show in Saudi Arabia, because it is a monstrous regime that is designed to dehumanize women while convincing them that they're doing what's best for the future of their country that couldn't give a shit about them. If anything happens from this, don't fucking support it. And even then, I can't justify supporting SNK in this. Don't buy King of Fighters 15, even though it's amazing. The article says the same thing. And now to give all of the bots and people who are weirdly defensive of Saudi Arabia in our comments time to type angry things at me, I'm going to eat this whole orange.
Wow, I'm gonna give you an extra point for just shoveling that in your mouth. Well, hey.
Wait, we're allowed to eat on the stream?
No. Chris is actually gonna lose a point for that. No, I'm kidding.
But my Yoshi noises.
Listen, Carl is not editing this episode. You will not have a Yoshi noise. Well, hey, the chat does agree with you a bit here. Pridge actually gives a point to everybody, the benevolent gentleman that he is, the dapper dastard.
Praise be to him.
Thank you, Pridge.
LT Drake gives Chris a point, just saying give Chris a point. And David gives Chris a point for some goddamn principle.
So, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Is SNK not Shingeki no Kyojin in this instance? I just have Attack on Titan. He bought Attack on Titan.
No,
Take away a point. Take away a
SNK
point.
make like Fatal Fury and King of Fighters and other failed franchises. They make a lot of money. I don't know how. I think SNK is a pretty terrible company.
I feel like the
Yeah.
point needs to be taken away for not explaining that earlier, because a lot of weebs were fucking confused.
Rob?
If the weebs were confused, I demand extra points. Actually,
LT Drake does take away a point from Chris for liking oranges. But N Mackey gives a point back, saying a good man is hard to find. Luckily, we got Chris.
I'm sorry.
Liking orange?
What is the stance against
Yo.
oranges?
I don't know. Oranges
You know,
are
before
great.
he was actually the Fisher King, he was the Orange Prince. So. you know.
Ah.
Huge orange bird guy.
Oh, Halucha in chat. And David actually gives a point to Rob for being wrong but funny. I don't know if I agree with that on either account, but sure.
I liked it.
I mean, I don't think I was right. I might have been a little right, to be fair. Always am.
Elise, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
Kingdom Hearts 4, baby!
Hey, who would have
Get off
expected?
the stage, boo.
Okay, look. We don't know when. And from the gameplay, it kind of looked like they just took the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought a lot of other things were pretty rough about Kingdom Hearts 3. There's a lot of good stuff I like there, but but it's in the like modern. It's not like the real world, but it's like modern times. It's like now Sora has a cell phone and like goes out into the street where they're like regular human people and not like anime boys. This looks dope. It's Kingdom Hearts 4. You know I'm going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 4 like as soon as I can.
Of course.
We also know it's going to come out on PlayStation exclusively, or like the PlayStation Xbox, but not PC for like 5 years because
Probably.
Square Enix hates PC.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to play this for probably 20 years. Other people are going to be able to play this for like 15 years. But it's coming. And I'm super excited. I think it looks great. I love Sora's new look. He's like recognizable, but still like very much grown up in a way he really hasn't been before. He's always been like, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1, he was like a 12-year-old. In Kingdom Hearts 2, he was like a 16-year-old or some shit.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he's like, you know, a young adult. Living in the real world, try to not die. It's some "the world ends with you" bullshit. I think it's like the death game.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like the he's in the game that is the video game in the Toy Story world from Kingdom Hearts 3, which is such a fucking leap.
he's
Tetsuya
in
Nomura.
He's in Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
Yes.
Yes,
Like Nomura's still mad they didn't let him make that game.
Well,
It's been 20 fucking years.
he made Final Fantasy 15, which was just Versus 13, and then he made fucking this, which is just Versus 13 again. It's different.
Also, it's in the world of Quadratum, that famous place, which just means square.
that's a good point. Damn.
You fucking son of a bitch. Tetsuya Nomura, I know you're in there, you fucking nerd.
We're going to Nomura land.
Did y'all see what else they announced here?
A game I don't give a fuck about.
The fucking gotcha game.
Sora's
Yeah.
feet. Oh.
God damn it.
And also a new fucking... it looks like it's a mobile game, but it looks like they're trying to like do something with it, but also it's still a mobile game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least how much lore? How much lore is going to be important? Lore is going to be in the mobile game.
12.
12. An understandable number of lore. 12.
Yes.
You forget that Union Cross is required to understand the last game,
Incredibly important, and I understand none of it because
and nobody fucking played Union Cross.
God. Well, dog bless YouTube videos that will explain the lore to me.
Yup,
yeah, basically.
the real
LT
heroes.
LT Drake gives Elise a point for saying 12. You know what? Fuck it. I'll put Elise's score to 12. How about that?
What the fuck?
What is this Chaos Jeopardy bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. Rob, what would you like to talk about?
We're talking about Naked Master Chief.
Yes,
Hey.
let's go. Fuck yes, Rob.
Explain to us how the feelings this made you feel.
So, I do not have Paramount Plus.
Nobody
I saw
does.
somebody on Twitter flaming people who were flaming the show, and I was one of the people who I flame stuff all the time, but never publicly.
Notoriously.
And I was thinking about flaming this show. I was actually flaming it with the slam over text. And the person on Twitter was like, "Who cares if they take off the Chief's helmet? This is like an Elseworld story, so it's fine." And I was like, "Okay, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm gonna bootleg this show so I can watch it and then call you stupid afterwards. I'm gonna devote an hour plus of my time to getting angry at you." And I found a bootleg copy of the show. I watched the first episode, and the first 20 minutes were so fucking fantastic. I actually replied to the comment, and I was like, I literally came on here to be an asshole to you, but the opening of this show was so good, I'm like, not even mad at your take anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the show happened, and I was like, oh, fuck, I went nice too quickly.
That's what I've heard.
Always happens.
I heard the first 20 minutes of the first episode is amazing, and then the rest is
the first 20 minutes of the first episode, it hooked me for the entire show, I think. Just off those 20 minutes to see if like they do it again. So if you're a Halo fan, or even like you had a positive experience with Halo at any point in time, watch that first 20 minutes. It's like that first 20 minutes is like the first 2 Star Wars movies in terms of potential. You're like, holy shit, they could go in this direction or this direction. I've never thought about Star Wars this way, or the Force this way, or black people this way. And it's like, yeah, man, there aren't any black people in Star Wars, are there? Now we have a main character.
Not
Like, what about Lando? It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. That was this 20 minutes. It was like years of awesome and what the fuck, and I've never thought about it that way, condensed into an awesome action-packed opening that just shits the bed immediately afterwards. And the way it shits the bed, I'm sorry, I'm not even talking about him being naked yet. I apologize. The way it shits the bed, like the things I don't like about it, I feel like I've fallen for UNSC propaganda for not liking it. Like, it makes me feel like a bad guy for not liking it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I saved the world with the Master Chief like half a dozen times. I'm not the bad guy here. The UNSC, I don't think, is the bad guy here, but the way they're doing it, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe the Covenant were right, sort of, for some reason. But the Chief takes off his helmet. I've talked before about how important helmets are, you know? What is Minecraft Steve without his diamond helmet?
Right.
Just a fucking nobody. Right?
How could we forget your great rant last week? So without if a man is nothing without the helmet, what is a man without the entire suit, Rob?
The thing is, you don't want to see above the neck on a man, but you do want to see above the hips, below the shoulders. This, like,
the torso.
I can't stand up because I'm not wearing. Anyways, this midsection is fucking fantastic. That's the S plus of a man. That's the S plus of a human, right there.
Okay.
That little cross section of meat is like paragon humanity.
Not cross section.
Okay.
Now, Rob, hold on. Could they have redeemed it if he was nude except for the helmet. So helmet on, nothing else.
I think the thing is, the Master Chief as a robot was already like the paragon of human, right?
Mhm.
So like you don't want to see him naked. You want to see like him in his armor. That's like how above humanity he is. It's like this is the best part of a human, and we don't want to see it on you. Cover that shit up.
Put supposed to see his
more
dick.
and more over him. He doesn't have a
Must
dick.
keep his-
What?
his
He doesn't
armor
need
jacking
one.
him off.
Right. His suit,
the
his
suit
suit
jerks him off.
his suit is jerking him off constantly, as we all know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. He's been sterilized by his suit, guys. It's not.
Rob's like, listen, I know the lore. It's not not what it
Rob's
is.
gonna pull up the fucking novels and be like, actually, assholes.
I read the
There's-
Fall of Reach. Okay,
That one's not about him.
you're right. It isn't. I actually read that one too.
It's the one, like one good one.
Yeah,
You don't humanize this guy by showing his human
body.
meat,
Yeah.
his flesh suit. That's not. Ugh. Everybody's. I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's
Rob,
like
wrap your
look,
point
he's a
up here.
human. It's. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's making me sad.
Okay.
Keeps vamping, he'll keep getting points. It's a good tactic.
Well, the chat does agree somewhat. And Mackie gives a point saying the force is strong with this one. Shadako gives a point saying Rob going off. And LT Drake giving a point saying another point to Rob for not wearing pants.
They weren't supposed to know, dude.
Well, you
Only
told
the
them.
chief
You
can go
willingly
after it.
offered that information up.
They didn't see it. I could be lying.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
anyways. Jason,
Yeah.
back fresh. Feeling
Yes.
great. Never better.
Yes.
Never well rested. Never
Still a
as
little-
well
still a little
rested.
jet-
Never well rested.
Still a little jet lag, but you know how it goes.
What would you like to talk about for your first topic?
We just talked about Halo. I want to talk about it again. It was such a fun topic.
Oh, my second topic.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll steal my second topic.
We can
that
work
I'm
Minecraft
going
in somewhere.
for.
Rob. Come on, dude.
So this is like how to destroy a franchise 101. Let me tell you, there's probably more people that use AIM Messenger than play Halo right now. There's probably also more people who played Warcraft Remastered than play like Halo right now. It's like around like 9,000. That's pretty minimal for one of Xbox's best franchises in its heyday, at least. Probably one of its only franchises that people cared about for a long while. There is a story. My buddy Rob mentioned a man named Slam Man. Even when Slam Man, he used to be on a show, used to talk gaming news and such. This game did so poorly that Slam Man had to move to the Amish country, marry somebody, have a kid, and never touch a video game ever again. That's how bad Halo Infinite let him down. And that's why we never see him again. He's just gone. So, like,
He's a Mennonite.
between the TV show and Halo Infinite, Slam's done. Like, he's just out of the picture. But, like, they've had, like, 6 maps in, like, it's like 6 maps since it's come out, which is like garbage. I think like Banjo-Tooie had more maps to play in its mini games than its Banjo-Tooie in like 1998. They like have no co-op campaign. Halo 3 had co-op campaign on release. Same with Halo 2. It's just like, guys, how are we doing worse in 2022? Like, I don't think COVID infects the game itself, but, you know, you would expect it to with how it's performing right now. It's just so sad. Like, you see this franchise just, like, come off, like, Bungie leaves and immediately, like, the core's just gone, and that's why, you know, it's just over. I don't know what it can do. If Master Chief Collection, which I already thought was kind of weak anyway in the series, is doing better than Halo Infinite, that's not great. So read the article, be amazed, be disappointed, and play a better series. May I recommend Glover, N64,
May not,
1998.
actually.
I can recommend it, but no one will play it. But there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's the frustrating thing where the fact, like, hey, listen, them not having a bunch of new updates, not a bunch, but not having like really any major updates out for this that are of consequence is extremely frustrating. Obviously, we are in a different time, gameplay-wise, than when Halo 3 was coming out. Like, when Halo was at its peak, definitely. Like, people expect constant updates. And if there's not constant updates, that's fine. but people are going to go play other games. And you need to have something to keep them coming back. And it doesn't help that they are not communicating what they are working on at all. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just not going to play your game anymore. And I remember at launch, me and Rob talked about it. And we were both like, fuck yeah, the grappling hook is the best thing ever. Holy shit.
Amazing.
I can't imagine Halo without this. And then it's just like, whatever, So it's a bummer. Maybe they'll get an update out this year that is exciting and cool. But I feel like even then people will come back for a couple weeks at best. And then boom. LT Drake gives a point to Jason, saying also, fun fact, the Master Chief Collection is getting more updates than Infinite. In fact, it just got one. I read that, which is wild. Like, y'all, worry about the game that you just put out. Anyways,
turns out
different teams.
If your game has Infinite in the title, it's probably one of your weaker games in the series. Hint: BioShock.
Hey.
Lauren Sontag made a joke about that. He was like,
Hey.
the name makes you not want to play it because it's gonna be too much stuff and you're behind, but also makes you not care because there's just nothing going on, and it'll get there eventually, so you're in a rush to play it.
It also applies to Infinity Ward as a whole. So like, there you go.
Got him.
Get him.
Wait,
Modern Warfare 1 and 2 are
wrong
great games.
opinion.
Huh?
What?
Infinity War?
Yeah.
No, Ward.
Ward.
You guys
They make
Oh.
one of they're one of the Call of Duty teams.
Modern
I was
Warfare
about
1,
to be a
2,
fucking
and other
Marvel
games.
fanboy there. Never mind. Yeah.
I've never seen you watch a Marvel movie one time, by the way.
Also, and Mackie gives Jason a point, saying love for the glove.
Gloves up.
It's the most Glover's ever done for me.
If the glove doesn't fit, you simply must have quit. Chris, what would you like to talk about?
Let's talk about wasting money.
In-
And Sony's got a lot of it to waste,
Okay.
baby. They in fact have $1 billion to waste.
I mean,
to
they-
just take $1 billion to just take and dump into the biggest fucking furnace they could find. That furnace is called the Metaverse, baby.
Uh-huh.
My company loves wasting money in the fucking Metaverse, so I can say that.
Well, there
you
you
know
go.
how much money we've fucking done bullshit with for Facebook over their fucking Metaverse. Hey guys, how much money has Facebook's Metaverse made?
More than me.
$0.
Jason, that's incorrect because Elise is correct. It's made $0 fucking dollars.
I made
It's
$0.
lost $60 billion.
Jesus.
Oh my
this
God.
Year.
Oh, okay.
This year, it's fucking April. It's lost more before that.
Wow.
The Metaverse is literally nothing. And Epic's Metaverse is particularly nothing because this Kotaku article, by the way, has no information. I actually know more than the Kotaku articles, which is fucking insane. They're literally just like, they gave him $1 million. Which is not incorrect. So when you give money to Metaverse, who cares? You are like basically saying, I want to own a plot of virtual land. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And people paying top dollar for this to the billions, and yes, apparently billions. This is not that. This is an investment in Epic's Metaverse software, which doesn't actually exist yet and is in pre-development stages. This money is going nowhere. Because I give it about 2 to 3 years before everyone gives up on the Metaverse. And that's, like Bill Gates and Elon Musk and fucking Bezos are all like, oh, in 10 years, we're all going to be doing meetings in the Metaverse. Fucking bullshit. You guys remember that Second Life documentary about meetings in Second Life from like 10 years ago? This is the same bullshit all over again. Boomers can't figure out how to make fucking printers work. They can't figure out how to unmute themselves or remute themselves in Microsoft Teams. They can't figure out how to leave a fucking meeting in Zoom and not show their entire hog when they get into the shower immediately after a meeting, which is weird, but let's not worry about that right now. You think they're going to learn how to navigate VR? You think they're going to learn how to make an avatar and walk around in a fucking thing? No! They're not going to fucking do that. These are the same people that are worried I'm here sitting and playing RuneScape while I'm editing Adobe Premiere and not understanding that I'm getting more work done in that session than they are in a fucking week. The Metaverse is bullshit. This is nothing. The only thing this does is give Sony more bargaining chips if they ever want to try to buy Epic. So they might try to do.
Yeah.
Rob, you're muted if you're trying to say something. Okay.
No. Okay. He's just talking to himself now.
Drake, it is exactly like buying a star.
Yeah. As I say, Drake does give a point to Chris for saying it's exactly like buying a star and naming it after yourself.
It's buying a star, but worse for the environment.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Substantially.
It's
The worst thing that buying a star can do is the guy takes that $5, buys gasoline, and dumps it into a hole.
the one thing I will say about this is I do feel like Epic actually has a better chance at making anything out of the term metaverse than Facebook does, simply because I think they are, love them or hate them, they are very good at incorporating a lot of people's different IPs into their thing and making it do things that it wasn't originally supposed to do. That being said, again, yeah, I fucking agree with you.
One of the guys I work with, whose like whole thing is like he predicts trends, like that is like what his fucking job is. He's like, yeah, I know. He's also very good at it, so fair enough. His whole thing is like they will just take whatever new digital software is the next big thing, call that the metaverse, and be done with it. Because nothing will ever come of this. It's just dumped money.
Yeah.
It's like Google Glass. Like this will be a forgotten term in 15 years.
Yeah.
Someone will say it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're like, oh yeah, Zuckerberg did a whole weird thing and changed the company name.
Yeah, it's true. Also, Shadical in the chat says Chris and Rob need their own days to rant on stream, maybe Tuesdays.
Rant and RuneScape.
Oh shit, that's actually a good idea.
The new podcast.
Oh wow.
We just have 4 screens. It's me and Rob, and then two screens of RuneScape, and then a little vertical phone dimension Zach in the middle.
No, if it's Tuesdays, I won't be there.
Oh, you'll be there, and hey, it's waist up, baby. Much like a nude Master Chief, that's waist up.
I hate this. Elise, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
We should probably talk about this Activision thing, eh?
Yeah, we should. It's
been avoiding like the fucking plague.
Me and Rob had that.
This is maybe the most egregious and terrible thing to be in this news week. And hey, yeah. Mohammed bin Salman is in the news week, so I don't know.
And he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Let Rob talk about this. I'm sure he's ready.
Oh God. Elise, take it away.
Yeah. So y'all remember that Activision Blizzard lawsuit? Multiple lawsuits?
Which fucking one?
Yeah. there are a variety of lawsuits against Activision Blizzard for their work practices. Mm-hmm. But this specific one is the one filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. And it was basically alleging that there was a frat boy culture of sexual harassment and discrimination in the workplace, both like on the personal level and professionally. Women and people of color were not being promoted, were not getting opportunities that white male people were. So that's the lawsuit. It's been in the works for what, like 8 months now?
It's been a bit, yeah. It's been a bit.
The news here is basically Gavin Reed. No, not Gavin Reed. That's the guy.
Wow.
Newsom, the governor of California, is basically in the pockets of Activision corporate, and fired the chief prosecutor of this case. Mm-hmm. And one of the top lawyers handling the case has resigned in protest of that firing. Mm-hmm. Basically, Activision Blizzard execs, presumably being Bobby Kotick and co., donated a lot of money to Gavin Newsom, and probably took him on a lot of lunch dates and bullshit like that. And now he's like, okay, I gotta protect my bros by shutting down this lawsuit against them for unfair labor practices. Mm-hmm. which is fun that he's allowed to do that, and it seems like this is just going to happen. Most of the time this happens, there's basically no repercussions. The only thing we can really hope is that the lawsuit goes through, even with all this interference. But we'll see how that works. We'll see. I don't know when the next California election is, but if he gets voted out somehow,
that might be cool.
But that would be pretty cool. But it's looking a little dire for this situation right now, which sucks, because I really hope that these people, the victims of this case, get justice. And I hope that Activision Blizzard can either improve or burn the fuck to the ground.
Yeah, it's like, again, there's been so much like ass fuckery going on with this case, and just it for a while it felt like every other day there was something else coming out that was like, really, fucking really. And it's been a little bit. We haven't heard any terrible things about Activision, and of course, hey, they're being bought by Xbox, so like that's also in the process of happening. But yeah, this just feels like, hey, obviously we know political corruption happens all over the place all the time. But this is so like buck wild. And of course this is in we cover gaming news every other week here, and we're constantly talking about it in the Discord and the community. And like, this is so comedically obvious of like, what the fuck? That it's just, it's baffling.
It was this same case that they were accused of burning evidence too, right?
Yes. They
They
got rid of evidence, and they were fined for it, but the fine that they received was less than if they had been found guilty of whatever the various offenses were. So it's just like, God fucking damn it.
Love to do legal things.
Yeah.
To adhere to the law.
Catching up with the chat. Both Toad of Sky and LT Drake giving a point to Elise just for covering this topic. Halucha gives a point to Rob for the comment. Which the comment... Am I allowed to say that comment on stream? I don't know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Wait, actually, no, don't say it. I'm not gonna tell you why right now, but actually don't say it.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Shadaquil giving a point to Elise because the story gets worse and worse. Damn. Yeah, it's buck wild. Going on from there, Rob, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
Real quick, is it weird that like all this bad stuff's been happening ever since forever?
Yeah.
But like now it's all coming to light. Do you think like, I don't know, in like 5-10 years, like all of this stuff is finally gonna be like, hey, we've reached the resolution. Like everyone's getting thrown out. We're getting Trump finally. We're getting all these white dudes. All these gaming companies. We're fucking shutting down everything. Or just be like, that was messed up.
They'll do
behind the scenes.
Places will do just enough to quell the major public outrage that they can slide by and keep doing other things.
Yeah. Let's talk about some pixel Coca Cola then.
Okay.
Asshole.
Let's talk about the Pixel Coca Cola.
I fucking knew it, man.
The drink of champions.
Take a different topic, you son of a bitch, dude.
I think this is the only one left, unfortunately. Everybody else has talked about every single one so far.
Rob, tell us how you're going to drink those pixels.
So,
film.
I actually don't even... The only, reason...
This guy's going to take this topic and do this?
Oh, I'm about to shit all over this topic, dude.
Okay,
this is going to be a bad little... The only reason people would buy this drink is to go, I wonder what Pixel tastes like. And then they're going to taste it, and it's going to be like licking your old CRT TV, all that static and shit. You're going to be like, I remember that taste. Okay, yeah. I licked a few TVs in my day. That's a little nostalgic.
What?
The weird thing is, they're putting a real drink into a video game first. Everybody wants to drink a Chug Jug, dude. People have been drinking those Fortnite things, and they're like, that looks fucking tasty.
Oh my God.
A Nuka Cola, we're like, fuck yeah, give me some of that. Health and mana potions, right down my throat, baby. Gamers love gamer drinks. Mountain Dew puts Master Chief's face on the front. They're like, oh, it's green? Is this Master Chief flavored? You know, they crush that shit.
Tastes like a sweat.
Oh no.
Hey, they're buying bathwater. Like, what the fucking
Yeah,
shit?
that's true.
They have a real Master Chief they can milk to get you some real
I
Master
hate
Chief
that.
milk
I
nowadays,
hate that.
dude. We know where it's coming from. We know the source now.
I mean,
right?
yeah, we've seen him. We've seen him just his torso. We know where it's coming from.
Why are they putting real drinks into fake games when they could be bringing fake drinks to the real world? You just put red Gatorade in like a fancy Zelda flask or something. That shit's flying off the shelves. You know, these guys are going in the exact wrong direction with this shit. Probably because they're boomers, and like Chris said, boomers are just dumb. We actually really hate old people, just kind of in general across the board, no matter what. Here on this podcast. And we all agree 100% on that. All of us, we signed off on it all the time off stream. We're just talking about fucking, if you're over like 35, fuck you, dude. Suck a dick.
Getting a little young on that one. That's only 4 years away from me.
Yeah, your time's limited, motherfucker. This is a codename Kids Next Door situation.
But no, this is, although if they're putting it in Fortnite, like that's where all the cool shit goes. Hopefully nobody talks about the Coachella topic, but that's where all the cool shit goes. You get Martin Luther King in Fortnite. You get banana people in Fortnite. I think there's like a football player in Fortnite.
There's several
knows
of
football
them.
players are fucking awesome. They're kind of like cops. They kind of like beat their wives a lot and kill
What
people.
the fuck?
And they just continue to make money and play their game and shit. And it's like, man, that's awesome. They're like real life video game characters. They're like
This guy.
GTA characters.
Rob, stop talking.
This guy takes
everybody who doesn't like save data is a cop.
This guy who takes my topic, doesn't even talk about the fucking drink, then starts talking about the other topic I was gonna potentially talk about, but then is like, fuck this, dude.
There's nothing to talk about.
Okay, here's the bullshit thing that's gonna happen is that Zach gave Rob so many points during that for not talking about the topic even a little bit, and Chad gave him a shitload of points.
I'm talking about two different topics.
But when
now.
I do that, Zach just sits there and shakes his head.
That's not true.
No, dude, Rob.
Chris, you were going to win, but then Rob didn't talk about the topic, so now he's going to.
Yeah, fuck you, exactly.
I'm talking about two different topics now. I don't fucking know how I'm gonna do it.
Okay, well, you'll figure that out in a second. Let me catch up with chat here.
College.
LT Drake gives a point to Rob for whatever that sound was. I believe it was the sound of gargling potions. Halucha gives a point to Rob for the visual of milking Master Chief. Ever Entropy then takes away a point from Rob for putting that image in their head.
That's
Ghostly
fair.
Paladin gives a point to Rob for the Mooster Chief reference, which is a very good joke.
That's good, yeah.
Halucha gives a point to Chris for calling out Zach's rudeness.
Yeah.
And David takes away a point for not telling him what pixels taste like. Oh shit, folks. It's Chris's game to win.
Wait, has David never licked a fucking TV? Fuck you, dude.
Oh,
what
wait.
the hell? I
No,
told you
sorry.
what pixels
And
taste
Mackie
like.
gives a point saying non sequiturs are funny, but not on topic. So, take away a point. Oh shit.
Oh, wait, you didn't? Did you get Shady Quills then? Just put fruit punch in a fishbowl.
To Rob. Yeah. Okay.
Christ,
Sorry.
dude.
Shadowquid gives a point to Rob saying, Pixel drinks, just put fruit punch in a fishbowl. Give me a straw and call it a day.
Oh, Chat in the Hat, Joe with the tiebreaker.
Oh my God. Point to Rob for them good ass teeth. What the fuck comment is that?
Yeah, nice teeth, my guy.
Yeah, good teeth.
Oh,
Good
Rob
teeth,
does
dude.
have good teeth. Getting away from whatever the fuck we're doing here.
That was great. I loved it.
Jason, bring us home. What is
So I
your final
believe-
topic or topics?
I
of the show?
believe Rob just talked about Coachella because he's a big fan. So I'm gonna talk about also Pixel Drink because fuck this guy.
Okay.
He didn't talk about it at all. So Zach, the reason I was gone and abroad, I had to find a research center for this. Okay, and we found out exactly what Pixel tastes like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I found it
you're-
out.
You're still doing the pixel topic. Okay.
He's doing both. Yeah.
I'm doing some Pixel. I'm doing some other stuff. Okay,
Okay.
I'm on it, dude. I've gotten.
I'll
I've got
hop
notes
the
on
graphic
this.
around whatever it is you're doing. Okay.
Perfect. So I got notes on this. This is great.
Oh wow!
I got a little detective notes.
Is that a little black book you have?
Oh yeah, it's a little black.
Quite
book.
literally. Holy shit! Okay, amazing.
It is. It's the Death Note, by the way.
Oh.
Anyway, so here's what we got on terms of Pixel, the drink from Coca Cola. So anybody knows that Coke, the company that makes it, is founded in, which is Coca Cola, surprisingly, is in Atlanta, capital of Georgia. Great. Ray Charles sang about it. We know about that.
Where are you going with this?
You know who Atlanta played in the playoffs and beat the other last year, I believe? It was the Hawks beat the Knicks.
Year. Does that matter?
So the Hawks beat the Knicks. You know who's a big fan of the Knicks? Jon Stewart. You know what Jon Stewart is? Comedian. You know who also is a comedian based out of New York? Adam fucking Sandler. What? You know who Adam Sandler's one of his worst movies of all time is? Pixels.
Nice.
We come full cycle to Pixels. Now, I'll tell you a real uncut gem right here. Pixels, the Coca-Cola tastes exactly fucking like Adam Sandler's failure. That's what it tastes like.
Okay.
Which isn't great. It's not great at all. It also tastes like looking at TV, like Rob said. So, very similar. Now, thank God, when they found that out, they decided to put this drink in Fortnite, actually. You can actually run around and buy it. It's energy in the game. It's a hidden cheat code that you have to have. Only the cool people can get it. If you're wearing the Coachella skin, you can actually get DLC perks to infinitely pick up Pixel Coca-Cola on the ground and give you infinite ammo when you're playing the game.
That's definitely a true fact you're giving us right now.
It's a hidden stat that is... You have to read this article upside down.
Okay.
Once you do that and play the song Stay Away to Heaven backwards.
Yeah, that's what that Coachella this year.
Yeah, that's the hit song by Coachella.
Wait, Coachella's a band in this.
Yes. Once you do that, you can unlock the Pixel drink for yourself inside the game. And they're coming to Fortnite specifically for that reason, to sell Pixel Coca-Cola drinks. And that had just as much relevancy to whatever Rob talked about prior to me. So I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if the chat agrees with you.
They don't. But that's where we're right.
LT Drake gives a point to Jason for mentioning my home state, but then takes it away for that segue.
He gave a point and took one away. It's balanced in all things.
Rob tried to take away a point, but he's on the show, so I'm not going to let that happen. And Mackie gives a point saying Rob just activated Jason's trap card. Jason is victorious. Well, I don't know about that one. Toda Sky does give a point though, saying staying on topic is overrated, Jason. But hey, there we go. Folks, that is going to do it for this week's stream, which does in fact mean Jason, Rob, and Elise, it's time to go home and become family, folks, because this week's winner is Chris.
The streak is over. Over a year it took.
I refuse to believe that it took a year. I don't believe that.
Go check. I'm not going to.
I'm not going to either. Fuck you.
You go waste your time.
Chris, what would you like to talk? Are you ready to talk for a minute?
Yeah, I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Take it away.
I don't like Katsina Mura as a person, is what I've decided.
Okay.
So I watched the trailer, and here's the thing. It looks pretty fucking good. Fine, whatever. It's not going to come out for fucking 15 years, so who gives a shit? I actually hope that it has no Disney in it. I think that'd be rad. This motherfucker just made Final Fantasy 13 Versus again. The trailer has one of the same shots where he's running through a falling building. They just did it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking stand this game direction. I cannot stand the fact that he insists on making us care about his new OCs and new worlds every fucking game. Every game, it's some new person with a stupid Latin name in some new stupid Latin named location we've never fucking heard of prior, but is apparently very important to the core history of this franchise. I cannot believe I have wasted so much of my life caring about a franchise where Final Fantasy characters interact with Goofy and they don't kiss not even once.
Wow. What a bold brave thing for you to say.
Look, I opened the show with talking about Saudi Arabian death squads. I'm gonna end the show with something fucking stupid. Get off my back.
That's fair. Folks, that is going to do it for this week's Around the Monitor. Again, if you like it, you can catch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Well, every other, as well as Save Data Cast, our other podcast about gaming topics, including last week's, in which we ranked the best video game mascot that isn't a human. Will the answer surprise you? Almost certainly.
Yes.
It's Knack.
It's not.
It better not be.
It's not Knack.
Hey, go watch and find out.
I'll tell you right now, it's not Knack.
Maybe it's Knack.
It better not be.
It's not.
It could be.
Could be Vex.
Because is it Gex? Maybe.
I wasn't there, so it wasn't Gex. But
No.
Tailtime got
Wasn't Glover,
snubbed.
though.
Tailtime got snubbed, and so did Zumbinis.
Glover had a shot.
No, he
Glover
didn't.
did have a shot.
Zach was there. Glover didn't have a shot.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I voted for Glover to pass one of the rounds. So
Jason, I really gave it for Glover in the first round. I really
The Super
really
Smash
fought for
Brothers
him.
reference was real big for Glover. That helped out.
It helped out a lot. Master Hand came in clutch.
Yeah.
And hey, folks, again, if you want to support us on patreon.com/SaveDataTeam, that would be greatly appreciated. We're only $20 away from having to do a Deltarune playthrough. So be excited for that, for those who are interested in that. Other things to plug this week. This Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be unveiling the Five Nights at Freddy's fat ass lore, in which I break down the entire lore of Five Nights at Freddy's, except everyone has a big butt. Is it dumb? It's terrible. Have I spent over 10 hours working on this video? Yes. Am I mad about it?
Making this joke one time?
Yeah, it's so bad. But hey, folks paid money for it, so here we are. Ghosty Paladin says only 10. No, probably more than that, and I still am not done. So
this is Zach's Chaos Jeopardy, but
so much worse. And we also have a video of basically a 3-hour highlight video of our first Ace Attorney Let's Play, over the entire 40 episode series. So be excited for that, because it's actually
the
pretty
first game, or
just the first game, just the first game. Yeah,
3 hours from one game. Jesus.
Yep. I mean the whole game was over 40 hours of Let's Play. So
you guys were funny that many times.
Apparently,
roasted.
Somebody thought so. On that note. Thank you all for watching, but until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.
A ding ding ding.